everyone, it's Cindy. Welcome back to Studioloo. So I'm here today. I'm just going to kind of putter around, I guess. I'm sort of planning a bunch of things, and I thought I would share my little beam paints order with you. They had a nice little Black Friday sale, so I picked up a couple little things for myself, and I thought it would be fun that you could see them too. It is such a cold day today. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's raining. It's freezing cold. I've had a really busy week. So both my children have birthdays that are about a week apart from one another. And so it's been a lot of birthday stuff going on. Okay. Here we go. A nice crinkly paper. I want to use that for something. It's like got a really nice crinkle to it. Okay, so I ordered from their little Black Friday sale. What did I order? Tiny glass jars of color indigo and gold duo. So I really wanted to try their gold jar of watercolor. So this is Indigenous handmade watercolor, packaged plastic free. If you're not familiar with beam paints, I 150% recommend them. They are my favorite watercolor paints. They are made by Indigenous people who live in Canada, and yeah, they're really great. Thank you for supporting Indigenous family business. The paints you have purchased are made from local Manitoulin wild crafted tree sap, hand gathered, washed and sifted Manitoulin stone from the finest light fast pigments. They're plastic free, and they make all their packaging either hand cut and sanded reclaimed white cedar and birch, or wrappers hand painted in shop with plant-based inks and waxed with local beeswax. Use code miigwetch for 10% off your next order. So you can get 10% off if you use this code miigwetch, all caps MIIGWETCH. So they also do little mini tutorials on their Instagram account at beampaints.com as well. So here they are, Beam Paints Indigo Ink and Tiny Gold. How lovely. I love these little bottles. They're so sweet. And yeah, I have really great hope for these. I think they're going to be very nice. Oh yes, beautiful, beautiful. And they smell like trees. So nice. Okay. And then they've sent me a little bonus, a little free sample. It says free sample cream. It's nice of them to send me something. Last time they sent me a whole paint stone, and I was so excited because I have their palette of paint stones, and I just look. And they sent me one again because they're so lovable. So this is Doudou Chabot Cream. Oh, yum. Beautiful color. I do not have this color. I have a color that is a little bit pinker that I often use for like a Caucasian tone if I'm, painting people. So this is nice because it will give me another color range. I don't have this one. I should get my palette here. Hold on, I'll put it in there. Just 1 second and I'll grab it. Okay, so see, this is a big beeswax wrap here. This whole thing is beeswax. And this is my palette. So this is that Caucasian tone I told you about. So if we go over here and we add cream, this one, it's a little grayer. Yeah, this is kind of the range right there. Nice. My palette's getting quite full. What's this one? This one is white. Put that over there with that as well. I used to have these all organized together, but then I get working and I'm like, oh, I need this here and I need that there. And these last forever, if you're wondering. Oh my gosh, I've had these for a while now, and I paint with them quite often, and they're still very full. So now I got my little inkies, and I'll just keep those here. They're so cute. I should give them a little test. Do I have some water? I do, but I want to use them on something. What do I have that I could embellish? I do have some things that are hanging around here because I want to work on my Curiosa journals. So let's play with these. Okay. Grab this, and I want to back it on here, I think. Well, some of it, not all of it. Let me think. Okay. Where are my scissors? There. Okay, let's go with these. Got it a little too far, of course. Move into the middle a bit. There we go. I really just want these little bottles. I just want to thicken them a little because the paper I printed on was really thin. Every now and then I forget to change my paper in my printer after I've printed some kind of a document. So I guess I could talk a bit about my week while we're doing this. So my daughter has turned 7 years old. It's like hard to believe. And tomorrow my son will turn 4 years old. So my parents got them both new bikes for their birthdays. I got my daughter a metal detector because that's what she desperately wanted. I got my son. What did I get my son? Why do I forget? Oh, I got him this really cool car that my daughter, of course, is now jealous of because, like, what each of them wants, the other, wants to now. It's like a thing. So I don't do the whole, like, buying in double. I'm like, guys, you can share. So that's what they're doing. It's this, like, crazy, like, LED rainbow light up race car that can, like, it can go side to side, it can go back and forth, it can do circles, it can flip, it can like do a somersault both ways. It has this thing that like cinches its body upward, like its middle body, and it's got these 4 big, really rubbery tires, and it plays music, and oh my gosh, it's the most like meta thing ever, and my son loves it. So what I want to do here, I think, is just paint a little with this gold ink and see how it will be. Okay, it's good. It's got good pigment. It's nice and thick. I was sort of thinking, how would it compare? Oh, it's nice and kind of sticky. How would it compare to like the Sizzix gold wax that I use? Because it's hard to find that gold wax. And yeah, I really love this because it's a little more liquid, so I can paint with it. I don't know what it would do with water, but I don't really need to know. I'm really happy with it like that. I can make that a nice solid gold. It covers up that text that was there. So yeah, that's really nice. I like it. So that's the gold. Now let's play with, it's quite like nice and dry quickly too. Let's see what this bit of water will do here on just like a scrap of paper. If I have one here. So it kind of acts a bit like watercolor. This brush has all sorts of other stuff on it, so this is honestly good to just clean this brush out a little bit. Yeah, it acts a little like watercolor when you spray it with water. Okay, so I can't find my dip pen. I think I left it upstairs because I was playing with my daughter with it. But anyways, I think these might work in a dip pen, maybe. I'm not sure. But, well, this indigo one for sure. It's a little bit like wetter than this gold, and I suspect that's because like the pigmentation of metallic is much different than just like if this is made with indigo, then yeah, it's kind of a different product, and I love both of them for just different reasons. So now I've made these two little bottles for my journal, and this one's almost dry, this one's fully dry, and once it's dry, yeah, it's not coming off on my fingers at all. It's great. This one's still wet, so, because, you know, it's a little wetter. So yeah, those are really fun. So that's a nice little treat for today. What am I going to work on today? I don't actually know. I'm kind of trying to put a plan together for what I want to do, because I've got lots and lots to do for the Curiosa books. And I've got the moth journal, the end-to-end moth journal. I'm also planning to do ephemera, obviously, so I've got to get things ready for that. Now, I've printed out some things that I want to make ephemera for the Curiosa books in. I've kind of reached a bit of a stalwart with the Curiosa books because I need to make more stuff. So I did a little bit of work in here. I've been working away and see where I am with this. Need something for up here, like a triangle kind of pocket or something. But yeah, lots and lots to do. A place for your personal papers. This is an old like insurance folder. Might actually add this here. It'd be kind of cool. Cover over this man's name. Here we go. Okay. So I guess we should make ephemera. Why don't we do that? It's probably a good idea. So I'll pack up my little paintbrush from my paints. Put this little one away. Okay, we'll just set that up here to dry. Okay. So I could make some little bitty bits with these, but I think I'll use them maybe as collage. I'm going to just get started with these shapes that I cut out specifically for this shape of ephemera. I need tags. Like, I really desperately need tags. So I cut out I printed out a bunch of things that would be good shapes to make tags from. And then these are going to be kind of like whole page pockets. These are going to be tags. And I figure if I make them all at once, I can go through the 10 books and just kind of, you know, populate each book with them. I only printed like one of each of the images, so I know I'm not going to like be repetitive in the books. So I guess the first thing I'll do is some backing. So just a bunch of cutting and backing that needs to get done so I can turn these tags into tags. That's too little. To get into my packing paper here. Okay. So yeah, my kids have been just wanting to do a lot of bike riding since their birthday party on the weekend. And another really, really cool thing that they got from we have a couple good friends that are just like family. They were like our COVID buddies. So like when everybody was on lockdown, they were like our shelter buddies that like we kind of committed, health to one another to like have the same comfort rules during COVID as each other so that we could go on a nice summer vacation together. I think in like 2021 maybe, or 2020, I can't remember, maybe 2021, but like, it involved just kind of like sheltering and masking and vaccinating and all those things that we were on the same page about, and we were all working at home, and so we kind of coupled up our families, and it was really nice. So they came to the party and they got the kids this really cool gift. It's called a Bird Buddy. And it's a camera that you can mount outside, that you do mount outside, and it has, it's a birdhouse cam, and so it has an app that I have installed on my phone, because my daughter always loves watching, like they have one in their backyard, my daughter especially, but also my son. He's really gotten into it lately. They love watching the birds, the videos that she shares like on social media. So now we have our own, and it's really cute. It's from birdbuddy.com, and there's like a whole community of people all over the world, and you can, like, on the app, you can look at other people's cameras. You can have yours open or closed, like to the public. You can share within your own network. So like, because our friends are in, our network, like we've shared kind of our secret Bird Buddy codes, and so we can see each other's backyards. So last night I went and I got feed for our Bird Buddy cam, and I got an extra little pole and kind of this fun like round donut looking thing that looks like it's made from like wire, and it will allow me to like thread suet into it, and other things like you can dry all sorts of fruit peels and egg shells and all sorts of things, and you can put them in suet for birds. And we used to hang them in the tree, but the squirrels always get to them, so it's nice to have a freestanding birdhouse that the squirrels hopefully won't get to. But we haven't had any birds. I just set it up today, but it's super freezing cold and raining. It's like freezing rain outside practically. So I don't know how successful we'll be today, but today I've seen a few birds at our friend's Bird Buddy, but mainly it's been a squirrel that just keeps like throwing itself on the Bird Buddy. And it's funny because my friend was telling me like they're working on their holiday decorations outside, so they saw this squirrel and like the acrobatics it was doing to get onto their camera. Okay, and then my daughter got a Super Mario Monopoly game from her aunt and uncle, and we played that and had a lot of fun. And my son got a little train that like it will lay down dominoes, and it also blows steam out the top. There's like a little water compartment, and he loves it. But we took him out yesterday on his bike, so he's been triking like crazy. Like he loves his little trike, but now he's got this bike that's bigger, and so it's like a new challenge for him, and he's really taken off on it. He loves it. It has training wheels, and he's getting used to the balance of the training wheels and stuff, which I can tell he's already starting to get it, like, okay, so I think he'll be riding in no time. And they got Play-Doh, and they got What else did they get? They got some really nice books, nature books. And my son got some little, he's really into playing with little cars right now. So he got some little cars. They got clothes. I made a triple brownie cake for them. Okay. So I'm still trying to decide what I want to do for ephemera this year. If I want to make ephemera just to put in journals like I've done in the past, or do I want to make a journal for ephemera that I write in? I know that people have been a little bit stumped in the past because I didn't make an actual journal that I put the ephemera in. I was just using it in other journals. But I'm kind of like, I don't know. I like to kind of do both. This year maybe I will, I don't know. I'm going to be stitching around these, definitely. Okay. I need a little more glue on that one just to hold it down. I don't think I glued the top. There we go. Okay. Turn these down just a little bit. Okay, so that's a few right there. So maybe what I will do is like back the rest of these and get them cut out, and then I'll come back to you after that's done, and I'll have them stitched, and then we can stuff the journals. Okay, so that was a little bit of sewing, but everything has been stitched around. So now we have this big pile of these apothecary type cabinets and some other bits and bobs of surrealist kind of stuff for these books. So I'm going to get started now. I want to work on one signature that I've got going here and see what needs to be added. So I said I want something for here. I think that though isn't going to be like a piece of long ephemera. Let's see what I've got in here. Oh, lots of ephemera. I have been, needless to say, making things. I've been so busy making things. I find when I do these big series of journals like this, I kind of go into a mode, like a zone of just, let's work on this, let's get it done. And sometimes I'm a little, you know, omnipresent here, making videos about it, because I sort of need to go into my own zone sometimes, as I'm sure some of you are familiar with. I know that there are folks who talk about, like, you know, sometimes they like filming, other times they don't. Oh, this might be fun. So I've got these kind of cool like medical text blurbs that I took out of this large book about the history of medicine, and there's going to be a few medicine type references in here, you know, because like that's one, like if you're familiar with people who do cabinets of Curiosa and things like, you know, tin type photos, old cabinet cards, maybe old religious or medical stuff, different kinds of antiques, taxidermy, maybe specimens and samples of things, plants, found objects, you know, fossils, like just Curiosa type stuff. So medicine for me is a part of that. So this says, by the road to the contagious hospital, under the surge of the blue mottled clouds driven from the northeast, a cold wind. Beyond the waste of broad muddy fields, brown with dried weeds standing and fallen. Patches of standing water, the scattering of tall trees. So I like that as a pocket, and I'm going to put this on here. This is actually a ticket from the little ephemera prep that I did. And then I need something a little scrappy here. A little bit of a scrap. Like this would be good. Okay. And then what I think I'll do is take a bit of my masking tape on the back of this pocket. I'm just going to actually put some tape on top of this scrappy paper so it doesn't impede the smoothness of the pocket when I put something in the pocket. Just because it's like kind of a different bit of paper. And then I'm going to tear away a little of it like that. Fold that tape over. There we go. So it gives it a little bit more collage-y feel to it. A little inking. All right. So let's pop that up here. Like a tuck spot. Okay. And then I think I will be good to put one of these, maybe this one in here. I think that will probably work, or is it a little long? Maybe a little long. I've got so much more. Actually, this might be cool. This is a great color for this. Yeah, we'll use that one. Okay, but I'll just give it a moment to dry. I won't like force my way in there until it's done getting dry. So we'll turn the page now and decide what else I want to add in here. Okay. So all these snakes. Now this page, I think I actually want to cover this. And I have prepared like kind of like a whole page type pocket that actually has a tuck on it. So it'll be kind of like a double pocket. Excuse me. I am still a little sneezy. I don't know. I guess like these colds just last forever now. Like we just so we'll just hold this down and let it dry. And then I'm actually maybe going to use that piece I had right in here, like slip it into both tuck spots, like so. Okay. And then that needs to just dry a bit, and I need something for it. This fit in here? No, too wide. Here we go, this might be good. A little piece of leaf printed journal card. That might be good. Yeah, and that will go in there, no problem. Once that's dry, I think I want to just around the edges. Okay, good. And then we'll head back over to this because it should be dry now. Yep, pop that in. Done and done. That might want to be just ever so slightly shorter. Let's just trim it a little bit. We'll re-round those corners. I think I'll take from this edge. That's a lot easier. I don't like pockets that you have to really jam things, you know, it makes it not a fun experience. Okay, so that is good. This, I think I will maybe put a belly band on. Which side? I think maybe this side would be kind of cute. So maybe this would be cool as a belly band on here. Actually, it's a little wide. We lose the whole picture. I want something maybe thinner. So actually what I might do is go back here, and where I added that pocket, that tag there, maybe I'll switch, because this is straight and this is more like tag shaped. So we'll try putting the wider one in here. And actually that fits nicer. I like that better. I like the shape it gives too. So I like that more. Let's use this here. We don't lose as much of those anemones. Okay. And then we need something for in here, and I was thinking, how would that go? Is it going to be a little too wide? No, it'll be okay. But this needs a little drying time. I don't want to force it open. So let's move on. Okay. I think I want to maybe cover this timberjack thing here with this buttons card. Okay, that I want to just leave alone. I quite like it just as it is. Like, I think I could obviously put a pocket here to cover over this like life insurance thing, but I kind of like that you can see that it's an old life insurance envelope. It's a vintage, and I think that's kind of a cool aspect to this. Just need to run the ruler under here and sort out how deep that glue should go. There we go. Let's See if that goes in better. Yeah, that's better. Okay. So that signature is pretty good. Let's get the book here. I think, yep, we're on 3rd. Yep, that'll be next. But we're going to move on to the next book. I do one signature at a time in these books because I like to mix up the content to the books. So that way if I make a bunch of ephemera from a certain kind of thing, each book gets a little bit of it. So we left off here on the 3rd, I guess, again, yes. This one. So I'll just put using these as bookmarks, they're actually my spines. Okay. Oh, and I also need to figure out if I put a couple things in this. Okay, so I did a little curiosity cabinet in there. I don't see I have this green cabinet I want to add to this book. I'm not sure if I did so yet. Each one of these will have one of these green cabinets. And this one doesn't have it yet. So I think we can go ahead and add it in here. It's just a matter of where. So this is the cabinet, and I might put it on the butterfly page. Yes, okay. So I don't think that I've done one of these yet on camera, so I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully I haven't. I don't think I have. If this ends up being a little repetitive, I apologize, but I don't think I've done one. My videos have been a little bit more scarce the last week. I've had house guests. It's been both my kids' birthdays. Probably already talked about that. I had to break this video up into a couple, though, filming sessions because, you know, my days are a little cuckoo right now. I suspect it's going to calm down in about a week, and I can't wait. Okay. So now we will glue this piece. It's going straight down here. Okay. Then this we'll set aside, and this we need to put some backing. I've been using paper bag packaging because that's a good color for this. Cut that bottom. And where's the seam? There it is. Okay. Now we'll go over this with glue stick. And then I'm just going to hit the edges here with some art glitter glue. Okay. Lay that down. Okay, and we want to leave a little flap on either side of the cabinet. And then we're going to cut the bottom out again. All right. Fold in these flaps. And then here I want to cut the excess out of that negative space from the flap itself. Okay. And then we're going to cut the cabinet in half at the door jamb there. So we're going to have two doors. Let me grab this. And we're going to glue the back of the flap for the first door. And then line it up here against that head. There we go. Open it up. And then the other one, we line that up here. Right like that. Okay. Let me come back up to the top and we have this top piece. Let's line that up to the top of the cabinet. Okay, so now we have a cabinet with doors that open. And I need some paper. What do I have here? Not that. Sorry, I'm just looking through my scrap bin. That could be kind of cool too. We could use vellum. Yeah, let's use this black vellum. So what I need is 3 strips. I'm going to glue the sides. And the bottom. Don't worry about the excess glue. It's art glitter glue. It dries clear and matte. It's not going to leave any unsightly marks here. Okay, and then the third one. And I purposely cut these like a little bit off, you know, like I want this to be kind of a rickety cabinet, you know, like those dressers that you keep around for a little too long and their drawers are hard to open and you just really love the old cabinet so you still keep it. I want it to have kind of that appeal. All right, so just kind of rub over all this, make sure all the glue is good, nothing's going to be gaping out, it can still close well. Perfect. So then I'll come in with my little hole punch here, and I'm going to punch a hole at the bottom of the second window, kind of like where a cabinet door would go. Then Move this empty glass of water. I need to find tiny eyelets. I just ordered tiny eyelets. I'm almost completely out. So this has become a little bit of a process to find them. They're mostly big eyelets in this drawer now, and there's one bronze one. There's another, yay, okay, all good. So we're gonna put the eyelet in here. Okay, done and done. Now we need to fill up these shells with something. So I'm going to, I think, set this aside for just a second and glue this down. On a bit of nice, thicker kind of scrap paper that I have laying around. And then I just think I'm gonna cut like around these bottles. There's one. So we'll put the big bottle down here. Two. Little signy kind of thing in here with that. All right. So that's those. Now let's get the rest of my bits and bobs here. I'm gonna move these out of the way. I have any little Tim Holtz good pre-made things. That's kind of nice. This owl maybe. Here it would be like a picture. That can go there. Then this is like a little pigeon. I think it'll fit here. Along with maybe a moth. And I have some 49 Market laser cut things here too. I have so much stuff in here, it's actually quite unwieldy. All right, there's a snail that I die cut. We'll put in there. It is nice to have, honestly. I know it looks a little crazy, this bin, but like, because it's a lot of stuff, but like, it's good to have these sort of things because I always have this good little collection of quick collage pieces that I can pull. Let's maybe grab one of these, this blue flower. Okay. And these are little bits that, you know, you can use as journal cards, some of them, or you can put them in different parts of the journal to just use as glue downs. Okay, I'm just looking at what else I have before I put that in. No, 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 don't want you. I'm going to grab one of these stickers of a paintbrush. This is from Stamperia, I believe. Alright, let's set those aside. Okay, so we'll have an artist's paintbrush. This flower I'm going to tuck in the front here in this shelf, so it'll just pop up. Good. Move our bottle here, and maybe this here. And maybe just one more thing back there just because. What's this? Oh, here we go. A couple of mushrooms. Let's put those in there. Mushrooms. Okay. Then we close up our cabinet, and I have some bamboo yarn here that you could also use embroidery floss. So I'm just going to cut a length off of this. This is just some of my hand-dyed bamboo yarn. And then we're going to thread it through the holes here. Oops, a piece of glue. And then we'll do a little slip knot and pull away. And then we'll tie one knot like that. And do the same thing, just double this over. Thread through your eyelet. Go into the loop like a slip knot and pull away, because that pulls against your metal eyelet. It doesn't tear your paper. And tie one knot to just secure that. Then grab all 4 strands, do a crisscross like you would tie a shoe, and just tie a bow. Nice loopy bow, and then that will keep your cabinet closed. It's also easy to untie. And then I'm just going to trim these a bit because they're quite long. I don't want them hanging out of the journal. Okay, so now you have that fun little cabinet in there. Then I wanted to do one more thing here with this, and I think I'll do it maybe on this page. I have my vellum pieces. I think it's in here. This is all the stuff I need to process next for this book. Yeah, there it is. For these books, I should say. Okay. Alright, so I want this piece of vellum. And I'm going to decide where I want it. Do I want... It'd be nice just on white paper. Maybe even on here would be cool. I was thinking of putting it over that, but I think I'll leave that. Maybe I'll put a pocket. But maybe I'll actually do it a little further back on this side. Yeah, like so. Get my cutter here. Right there. Top strip off, and we'll use this for probably a belly band somewhere else in a journal. Let's put that in our other things. Okay. Now the way I want to attach this is actually quite simple and really has a lot to do with just the theme of the book. I want to make it a little, let's the word I'm looking for, like utilitarian. So I'm using this. This is contractor's masking tape, so it's good masking tape. So then I can flip it up nice and easy, and we'll take another piece. You could use fancy washi tape for this. I'm not looking to add like a bunch of color elements though. I want this to stay sort of utilitarian looking. There we go. So that this will easily flip up and down. Now I see a spot I need to trim right here. A little too long. There we go. I'll just give that a nice press. Now it's important when you get this masking tape down, don't trust it like normal masking tape. If you're using contractor's masking tape, it's literally forever. It's not like washi tape. It's not going to come back up. So there, I have this nice flip there that, you know, adds an element. Now with this, I think, I wonder if, I need a little pocket. I do have this little piece of vellum too that could be fun if we cut it on a triangle. It's like just a small tuck spot right there. Yeah, let's do that. Just a small one. Okay, and I'll set that aside because I'll use it somewhere else. I think I'll use one of the apothecary cabinets in there. Okay. And then this, I definitely want to put pockets over the text on these. So I'm going to need 2, maybe 3 little pockets of some kind. And I have some fun things. So first I got this paper that I wanted to use in this book, this little scrap of paper. So we could probably make a fun little, you know, maybe not even a pocket. Let's mix it up. Hold on. We'll tear this scrap off. Tear that to here. And that could literally just be like a glued down little notebook. That would be cute. But we'll do a little more with it first before we do that. Move this to the side. Where is my glue book? Here it is. Just kind of ink that paper up and make it a little grungier. Then I'm gonna cut this little church out here like so, and I need my stapler or my paper. This is like a staple free stapler. It does this cool little arrow clip. I'll show you. See that? So like it folds the paper up like a little arrow, so it's not going to separate. Like it's just going to stay there like that. But what I'm going to do is, so that, because this is going to get flipped up and down multiple times maybe, is I just want to secure again with that contractor's tape. I just love it. I think it's fun. Okay. So that's ready to go, and we can glue the back of it. You could also make it a pocket or a tuck spot if you want. I'm trying not to do like a pocket on every space that I want to cover because my book will get really fat, and these are quite large books to begin with, so I don't want them to be like crazy gator mouth. A little bit's okay, but I don't want them to be like impossible to work in, you know. So let's glue that down. then I might actually just add glue on here too. Just a little square of it. Because I don't want that flipping up. Yeah, and then here too. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So I probably should call this the end of the video. I know that I didn't get a super ton done, but I did get a bit done. I'm feeling good about it. And I'll be back. I've got a lot, probably more work to do on these books. Doing a series like this is very time consuming. I've been wanting to like take breaks and like make other journals, but I'm trying to just stick to this mainly because when you get into like doing a series or sometimes even one journal, honestly, you have this big mess around you of things that you've got like all over the place because you're going to be using and pulling from. So I want to just stay true to what I'm doing and finish it and work on it. So I know I haven't posted any journals for sale for a little while. I sort of go through usually before the holidays, like a bit of a stint like this anyways, because this is when I seem to get into planning a bunch of projects and preparing for other things like ephemera. But you will be seeing, like, when I do post, you're going to see a whack of them come out because it's a series. I also have another series after Curiosa that I would like to finish for the same reason. I have so much stuff prepped for it, and those are the retro 80s, 90s kids themed books. They're going to be a lot of fun. Think things like, you know, like My Little Pony, Popples, Wuzzles, oh, I'm forgetting them all now, but there's a whole ton of themes that are going to be going into these books, as well as like more, you know how like in those days things were kind of targeted towards certain genders, like, you know, girls, My Little Pony, and boys like He-Man. Well, I'm going to be doing some sort of like more slightly targeted toward masculinity books and targeted toward femininity kind of books. But again, let's just break down all those gender barriers. Who honestly cares? I personally like all that stuff. I played with all of it when I was a kid. I just think the reason I'm separating it has nothing to do with like gender. It has everything to do with aesthetic. Because like when you're putting a book together, if you're making it pink and kind of cotton candy looking, and it's full of things like My Little Pony and Popples, I've already said all these things. I'm trying to think of a few of the other things I'm putting in. There's probably about 15 to 20 different themes. Like if you put something in like insectors, or it's like the colors are different, like you've got light pinks, blues, and purples that have to match up with, like, you know, think of the color scheme of things like Spider-Man, or like, you know, reds and blacks and harsher kind of brighter tones, and the themes don't really work well together. So that's why I'm kind of organizing them that way. That actually may work for some people anyways, who really like to, you know, play with or use those aesthetics when they were kids. Like that's what you're used to, right? So that being said, I should probably wrap this up. I hope you're doing really well, and I'll be back very soon. I will be getting a little bit more time back to do some more filming, so I won't be so like absent. But take care of you, and we'll talk again. Bye.